Hey YouTube, Touchdown Podcast back with you today. This is going to be our first actual episode of the podcast. The first two videos I made were not episodes, they're mainly just small videos going over the CM Punk situation and him coming back to WWE. But today's video is going to be a little different. We're going to be talking football now. Okay, we're going to be talking football. You see I got my Dolphins hat on, Dolphins jacket on. We're going to be talking football today. For a little bit, and then we might hop into wrestling at the very end. It's gonna be about an hour podcast. I might have to cut it at points because I might have to, depending on how long this video goes, I'm probably gonna have to go pick up my wife, so I might have to stop it and then start it back up. But I just want to go over a few things. Starting with Jalen Phillips from the Miami Dolphins. He did tear his Achilles. Or had an Achilles injury against the Jets last week. He did just have successful surgery. He's on the path to come to heal up and return next season. So that's good news that he did have a successful surgery. Also, Aaron Rodgers for the Jets has opened up his 21-day window to come back off of IR from his Achilles injury and return. For me, not a big. Aaron Rodgers coming back. I think it's a little late. Honestly, the season's almost over. The Jets, I don't see how they could possibly get into the playoffs. Maybe they find a way to sneak in at the wild card spot. And then, are they really that dangerous? I don't think so. That O-line for the Jets is so bad. I worry that if Aaron Rodgers comes back, he gets re-injured anyway. And no, it's not because I'm a Dolphins fan. I hate the Jets. No. I'm just being honest. That Jets O-line is so bad. If Aaron Rodgers does come back, who knows if he gets hurt again? That's just my thing. I'm not praying for no injuries. I don't pray for no one to get hurt. I want everyone to be healthy. But that Jets O-line is so bad, and that Jets stadium is already bad as it is. That football field is terrible. Risk of injury at that stadium is way higher than any other stadium. But turf in general is just risky anyway. I think all teams need to remove turf and just go to grass. But that's just my opinion on that. But Aaron Rodgers come back. Cool. I mean, it's cool. Hopefully he stays healthy. I just think it's a little late in the year. I think he should have just waited for next season to come back. But if he comes back. I mean, you know, he wants to play, let him play. But I just think it's a little late in the season. I think the Jets are already going to be out of the playoffs, so I just don't see the point. But maybe they find a way in. I have to go look. I wanted to talk about that real quick. We already in, I think, week 13 now of this NFL season. My Dolphins play the Commanders this week. I'm not expecting anything except us to beat down the Commanders. I don't expect a blowout, but I do expect us to win by double digits. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully the offense can wake the fuck up because they have not been great lately. The defense has really stepped up, but the offense has really stepped down a little bit. So hopefully Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Tua, and the whole offense can get back on task and get back on track and start dominating again. Starting this week with the Commanders. So there's that. We'll see what happens. I think the Seahawks play the Cowboys tomorrow. I do expect the Cowboys to win. My second favorite NFL team is actually the Seahawks, and my dad's a huge Seahawks fan. So hopefully they do beat the Cowboys tomorrow, but I'm not expecting it. I do expect the Cowboys to win. But we'll see what happens there in that game on Amazon Prime tomorrow night. But yeah, I mean, let me know how you guys feel about this podcast, what you guys want me to talk about. I'm going to try to talk as much football as possible, talk wrestling, talk NBA with you guys also. Let me know, do you guys want me to go talk about like one subject each video or talk about multiple things? Like I said, in this video, I'm probably going to talk some football and then hop into some wrestling also. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Or do you guys want me to talk about one subject like football, or do you guys want me to talk like basketball for one video? You know, let me know how you guys feel about that. As I try to work on this podcast channel and try to keep grinding and go forward. But yeah, so I mean, with the NFL season going on, we're in week 13. I know the college season's almost up. We're getting ready for bowl season here soon in college football. My Utes, you know, for what it was, they finished, I think 10-3, I believe. You know, they didn't have a bad season, but the season wasn't great. I mean, but they also were dealing with a lot of injuries. So I wasn't expecting much anyway. Once Cam Rising was not coming back, I just knew the season was over. But they will get a bowl game. Am I going to watch the bowl game? Probably not. For me, if they're not in the championship game, I really am not gonna watch the bowl games, because the bowl games for me, back when I would watch the bowl games, but Utah's been in so many bowl games and they've been so successful at that. I don't really care about bowl games no more, unless it's for the championship. I don't really care, honestly. And I'm not saying that I don't care about the Utes, because I do, and I watch every game. Like, I've watched every game this season, even when I knew their season was over. I still kept watching. So I do that, but the bowl game to me is pointless. I'll watch other bowl games, and maybe I'll check the Utes bowl game also, but unless they're facing someone who I'm interested in watching them play against, I'm not going to probably watch it. So there's that. Talked a little bit of college football with you guys also. Let me know who you guys think is going to be in the national championship, the top four. I think the way the top four is now is how it's going to be. I do think Washington does beat Oregon and stays in the top four, but we will see. But yeah, so let me know how you guys feel about that. And how you guys feel about the national championship, who's going to be in it, if you guys care about college football. But yeah, I mean, there's not much football to talk about. I know Derek Barnett got claimed on waivers to the Texans. I think Shaquille Leonard is on a visit with the Eagles today. He had a visit with the Cowboys, I think, yesterday, and they didn't end up signing or giving him a contract offer, at least by what I know. Maybe they did, but like under the table or something, but it seems like he didn't sign it. So if they did, so he does have a Philadelphia visit today. Don't know how it went yet. I'm on Twitter, but they haven't said anything. We'll see what goes on with that. What else? I'm trying to think. What else is there to talk about? Dolphins did get Jason Pierre-Paul. He was on the practice squad for the Saints. He lives in Florida, and he's now a Dolphin for the rest of the season, as Jalen Phillips, like I said, tore his Achilles, out for the year. So he's gonna step up and be that depth piece, probably like a third string lineman or something. He'll come in for a few snaps probably, but not expecting him to do much. But I do like him being there. He has won, I think, 2 championships, I believe. So he's coming in with a winning attitude, which I think is going to help this team, because they need it. I mean, this team has not been good teams yet, and people, this Dolphins team, and I don't blame people for saying that, because they haven't been any good teams. All the teams they've been are teams 500 or less, except for the Broncos, who are now over 500. But at the time they weren't. So is what it is. So it's about time they wake up, and that offense needs to wake the fuck up too, like I said, because that offense is not very good right now. I mean, I know they're still getting like 300 plus yards passing wise stuff, but the turnovers are going to cost us in games against Kansas City, Baltimore, and those types of games. We're going to lose those games if we keep turning over the football, which is how we lost the Kansas City game in the first place in Germany, was we fumbled the ball. Turnovers. I mean, you can't have those and expect to win. So we need to limit those as much as possible. But yeah, I know I've been bouncing around different things, college football, NFL, but there's not too much to talk about football-wise, at least at the moment, until we get through the week. I think on Friday, I'm not gonna do the picks. I'm not gonna do a pick for tomorrow's game, because like I said, I'm going for Seattle, but I don't expect them to win. But on Friday, I might do my picks and put it in and do a podcast on that, to let you guys know who I think is gonna win this weekend. And yeah, and then I want to hop into wrestling now. I don't think this is gonna be an hour video, just because there's not much to talk about at the moment. But there's enough to talk about in wrestling. So CM Punk did make his return to Monday Night Raw. Had a pretty decent promo. I like the promo, or what he was talking about. But he did have, or this, I should say, segment. I like CM Punk's segment. But I guess it got cut short, supposedly, because the Randy Orton match took longer than expected. So CM Punk's segment did get cut down, so it wasn't as long as it was supposed to be. I don't think there was a problem with that. I still liked what he had to say. I think he's gonna be just fine WWE. I don't think he's gonna have too many issues in the locker room or anything like that. I know a lot of people are saying that he's only gonna last a few months, or he's only gonna last 8 months, but he did sign a 3-year contract. It seems like he's trying to do better on himself and try to be more welcoming. So I think he'll be just fine. I don't think there's gonna be too many worries. We'll see what happens with that though. Because there's no guarantees, obviously. But me being a CM Punk fan, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so he did have a segment. Randy Orton did face Dominic Mysterio and won. What else? What else was there to talk about from Raw? Oh yeah, Randy Orton did have a segment at the beginning of the show where he was talking about his return, and then the Judgment Day came out, and Rhea Ripley came out first. Was talking whatever, and then out of nowhere, I think it was Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough started attacking Randy Orton from behind, which was interesting. And then and then Randy Orton RKO JD McDonough, and took him out. And then and then the match came up about for Dominic Mysterio versus Randy Orton, which Randy Orton did win. So not bad there. And then they were talking about Rhea Ripley being called mommy or whatever, and Randy Orton said, "Well, Daddy's back" or something like that. So that was funny. I thought that was hilarious. I'm excited to see Randy Orton back. I'm excited to see CM Punk back. Maybe we'll get Sasha Banks back in the future. We'll find out with that as time goes on. Maybe she comes up, maybe she doesn't. Who knows? AJ Lee might come back, might not. Being CM Punk's back, I don't expect AJ Lee to come back, but if she did, that would be freaking awesome. But I don't expect it. What else was from Raw? Let's see. I'm trying to think. I was gonna watch the whole show, but I ended up falling asleep. I was super tired on Monday, so I didn't watch the full show. I didn't even see CM Punk's segment until the next day when I was on Twitter. Which at this point, because I wanted to see it live, but I didn't get to, because I fell asleep. So it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about. I don't know. I want to make these videos an hour long, but it's hard right now, to do that. I think for now, we're just going to make 30-minute videos, 15-minute videos, so on and so forth. And then once we can start live streaming on here, which is, I think we have to get to like 2,000 viewers and a certain amount of subscribers, I believe, or something like that. Once we start live streaming on here, we'll do 2-hour live streams. We can talk about whatever. It could be anything, honestly. But, right now, I just think it's too hard to make an hour video when there's not much to talk about. I do want to go over real quick, move away from wrestling again. I do want to go back to football. The MVP race looks like Jalen Hurts is the leader of that, and I don't see a way he loses it. I do believe Jalen Hurts is going to end up getting the MVP. I want to see my boy Tyreek Hill get it, but he's dropped all the way down. I think he'll get off the Player of the Year, but I think it's guaranteed he gets off the Player of the Year at this point, but I don't think it's MVP. I think Hurts has it, and plus, usually MVP goes to a quarterback anyway. It was going to be hard for Tyreek Hill to get it in the first place, and he's already fallen down. Like, Chris McCaffrey even has a higher chance of getting MVP than he does. But it seems like it's going to go to either Hurts or Mahomes. I want to see my boy Tua get it, but I think he's like 4th or 5th in the voting, or that's what people are thinking. We'll see what happens with that. But like I said, I think Jalen Hurts does get the MVP. Talking NFL again, so we'll see. I do want to do a podcast also. I'll probably do this on Friday for Friday's video, where we do the picks and stuff. I'll probably be talking about who my top 10 quarterbacks are in the NFL. Probably go over that. We'll see what happens with that. I'll probably do something with that. And then on Saturday, I'll go over what happened on SmackDown. And do a little video on that. And then we'll go from there. All right, I'm going to try to post at least 2 to 3 videos a week on this channel. And try to keep grinding as much as possible. I'm sorry if I talk fast or I stutter or I hop from topic to topic. But I'm just trying to get as much content out for you guys as possible and try to make these videos as long as possible if you guys have something to watch. Even if I'm just chatting, just talking my head off, that's what a podcast pretty much is anyway. Once I can make this stuff professional, I'll have stuff I can show you, like lists of who my top 10 quarterbacks are. But for now, I'm just gonna write on a notebook and show you guys the paper and all that. I have to do things old school right now until I can get back on track and get another job. Once I can do that, I'll start saving up money. I'll get a PC and all that, and we can start doing more professional stuff on this channel. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about this channel, about these videos, what you guys want me to do. Do you guys want me to make longer videos and talk about multiple different topics? Or do you guys just want me to focus on one topic, a video, and make it like 15, 30 minutes long, and then just go from there until we can get verified enough to actually live stream and do that type of stuff? Let me know. Let me know how you guys. I do want this to be more of a live stream channel as far as podcast goes, but we can't do it until we get to a certain point. So once we do, we can start live streaming over here. But let me know how you guys feel about that. All right. Hit the like button. I'm gonna try not to tell you guys to subscribe. If you guys just want to subscribe, you guys can. I'll appreciate that. But I'm not gonna make you guys subscribe or do that. I'm gonna try to not do that because I think that I don't want that to be me. If you guys want to subscribe, awesome. Please do. But I'm not going to beg you guys to do so, okay? If you guys like this channel, subscribe. If you don't have to. I understand. But at least hit that like button and comment what you guys want me to do from here with this podcast channel and what you guys want to see, all right? And want me to talk about, okay? I'll see you guys soon, all right? Peace out, guys. Love y'all.